Hi. So, really exciting to be here. I hope you don't hear my inside boom boom of my heart. And thank you, Nicole, for the warm introduction. I will start with a picture of two of my cats. I left them in Israel for a week. It wasn't so easy because my cats are my source of power. I learn how to use them in sense when I feel hurt or anxiety, and I have 6 of them, and I can sit on my couch, and one of them really want to hug me. This is the reason I have 6. And I choose to put them here now in the start of the presentation because they remind me to have a deep breath. And in this moment, in this stage in front of you, I need this deep breath. And it's always complicated for me and stressful to talk about the gentle issue that I'm going to talk about today. My presentation can be triggered for some people, so I just want you to feel free to take a deep breath too, take a glass of water, and be kind with yourself. So this is me. In age of 2 or 4, I was a girl full of ambition, full of energy and dreams. And in early age, I had experienced and survived sexual abuse in the family for a long time. Outside, everything I touched in was success. No one knows. I did theater, I was riding horses, I was singing, and later on I was a commander in the army. Inside, I was struggling to remember things that I've done. I struggled with food, or maybe to feel satisfaction from life. I was hearing voices, but I understand that I must not tell it to anyone. I understand that something is wrong with me and I'm not like everyone. I felt that I don't deserve a good life. I was dissociate a lot of time, and it's allowed me to do like everything is okay and nothing happened, and keep on and keep moving in life like everybody around me done. I felt shame and guilt and deeply loneliness. And I have a couple of things to say about these 2 words. Because in the early age, we think everything on life is around us. So I felt that my abuse is happening because of me. And and I was feeling guilt also, and also feeling guilt was helping me to feel power. Because if it's connected to what I do, right, I can stop the abuse. Well, in reality, it's not working, but I had the sense of power, which were important for me. Some of the pictures that you will see, it's my painting. I was in crisis. I seek for help. I get to the hospital. I was at the age of 26. I was outside. I saw the depression. I saw anxiety. I saw the problem with food. I come to the word treat an food disorder, eating disorder. But because of my dissociation, there was time that I felt great. And it was strange because I didn't understand what's wrong with me. Why it's changing so much. I was a professional dancer at the time, and I was in a eating disorder, and stretching was forbidden. Even to eat salad with vinaigrette sauce was forbidden. Staff said that vinaigrette sauce is not good for people with eating disorder because it's nothing thing that it's normal to eat. Okay, so they told me put the trauma on the side and focus on food. If it was so easy, I will lecture about it for sure, but it wasn't. I was labeled with a couple of disorder. They said that I'm manipulative, that everything I do, it's connected to the disorder. I was trying actually to be what they told that I am. And, you know, they were the no people, and I was just patient. Inside, I had voices that told me that they said true things about me, but I have voices that said it's not true, that I'm not like what they said. And what is concerned me when I meet the model, the medical model, was that it teach me a couple of things. First, I don't know nothing. Second, I have a chronic illness. Third, I don't have a future because of the stigma. And other need to fix me. So, you know, the program of therapy is not written by me. It's written by them. And let me say something about recovery. Recovery, it's a process that you need to do some action, or it's not happened. So you need to do something to reclaim meaningful life. People are recovering when they do something for themselves and for their recovery. And I learned just to be passive in this process. It doesn't make sense at all. After I ran away from the hospital, I searching for a therapist. I get to one psychologist. He told me, I'm an expert for outside, you're an expert for inside. If we work together, we succeed. If we want to work together, surely we are not succeed. Finally, person that really deeply see me. Person that understand that the strange things that I've done, it's connect and help me when the abuse was happening in the past. Person that doesn't afraid to offer me to talk about the hard things, but not pushing me to do it. At the same time, I was searching about rehabilitation service, and I get rehabilitation support housing. And as a service user, I also felt that people are not looking at me as I want them. But then I already knew that I am the expert from inside, right? So I gave my first lecture to the staff that I work with. I said to them, please sit down. Let me explain you what you are not getting, because you are not understand enough about trauma and dissociation. And I did my lecture, and actually they really appreciate what I gave them. And it gave me sense of power. I asked them, please, put your glasses of the symptoms and the chronic illness in the side and take another one. The one that you can see trauma and the implication of it. So I kept going to therapy. I was feeling a little better, and I changed my name to Gai Meir. It means a lion in the open space running. I wanted something that it's like cute and fuzzy, like a cat, but when I roar, you must go back. And I started to work in a small position in rehabilitation service in Israel. One day I get a phone from Yael. She was the manager of the rehabilitation service in the north of Israel, in the Ministry of Health. And she told me, Leon, we have a peer support program, a new one, in a psychiatrist hospital. They search for a manager. Send your CV. I said, okay. And I look on the thing, and it was written, degree required. I don't have a degree, so I put it on the side. And after a week, Yael called again. And she said, why you didn't send your CV? And I said, because degree is required. I don't have a degree. I was in a point of my life that some things will happen good, and I don't want to, to mess anything. I don't want to fail. And she said, send it anyway. And I said, okay. And I closed the phone, and I didn't do it. I put it on side. I didn't have the courage. And she was calling again. And this time, I just want her to shut up. So I sent the CV. And guess what? I hired into the job. And this is the picture of the view in my work in the psychiatrist hospital for a couple of years after. We were a group of people, a group of peer supporters, and we learned at the first time in Israel how to do it, what we're supposed to do, and what we're supposed not to do. So I was working with the manager of the hospital. It was really big honor. And I try through a deeply personal connection to influence on people and to share pieces of my story, but just the relevant things in point that I felt that it's relevant. And I get another phone. It was Sally from Enosh, the Israeli Mental Health Association. And she told me, Leon, we are searching for a long time for one person that help us to understand what to do with the lived experience department. Please join us. I couldn't say no. So I joined them. And today I'm the head of the lived experience department at Enosh. We are the biggest organization in Israel that serve the community. And today I lead this department, but I'm not leading alone. I'm a surround of people that firstly want the change, and after willing to do something for it. So if you will stay with us until the evening, you can hear me and Shirit, my partner and my manager, talking about our organizational journey too. So thank you for listening, and thanks.